Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi, nama apa Najib Berkati. Uh, Good morning, my name is Najib Berkati, that's my branding name as a Muslim. I converted to Muslim in 2020 and my nickname is Najib and actually is my Muslim name, part of my Muslim name. And Berkati means blessing. So I started a branding name called Najib Berkati because Najib bless. There's other Najibs in Malaysia, but I mean, I'm not gonna talk about other people. I'm talking about myself. And so Najib bless because why I set up a company Berkati Kasih Bangsa means we love to bless the state, and then you can do that in Johor, you can do that in other countries. And and also a foundation. It still need to be registered because there were some challenges, red tape, I call it red tape, and some, I don't want to say gangsters, but I mean I had some con men who blocked me. When you do some charity work or you want to do something honest, some people will not like it. It sounds funny, but some people are very greedy for money and they make very good money. And if you come with a cheaper solution, they see you as competition and they try to block you. And that happened to me. It's not nice, but yeah, that's the real world. So if you come and you say, oh, I can do it much more cheaper, they say, yeah, but hey, this is my living. I buy it for 5 and I sell it for 500 for a long time, and I don't want you to. And if you disturb my business, you will have a problem. You know. And that really happened. You have a lot of. I give examples. There are people who sell visas, and they sell it very high. And, they're very greedy, or they help foreigners to settle down. To get a working visa, and because they know the person who is employing these foreigners will have money and is willing to pay for it, but very often the worker has to pay for it, and then the boss is actually deducting it from his salary. So the guy who actually comes over here to earn money has to pay a lot, and I think this is not fair. And then, yeah, because they will earn a lot of money here, but so will the company who is employing him. So these are some things I don't like, because this person maybe get a loan to come and work for you, and he has to pay back the loan, because otherwise maybe you never know where they get the loan from, most probably not from a bank. And if you don't pay back, that's why people sometimes end up in a serious problem. Is that yeah, they face challenges. They go to a country and they know they can earn so much, but they didn't realize that the visa is going to be very expensive, because there's some greedy people who want a huge sum to do actually nothing, but they just use you as a milk cow. They squeeze money out of you. And in Asia, a lot of people are doing that. And as a foreigner coming here to Malaysia, I experience that a lot. For example, we expats are seen as walking ATMs, or they see us as a jackpot. They say, wow, this guy, I'm going to charge 3 times more. And that happens a lot, and I really hate when they do that. And when I was doing the sales of my shop, especially, this is not about racism, but especially I experienced that when I was taking taxis. The Muslims were quite cool, they didn't take long extra deviations to bring you from A to B. But the Indian and the Chinese, they were very, very good in that. So, because they say, sometimes foreigners complain. They say, this was a 5 minutes ride to go there, but they make it 50 just to squeeze money out of me. And this is actually, when a foreigner for the first time goes to a country, the taxi driver is the one who will give him an impression about that country. And if this taxi driver is cheating and squeezing a lot of money, so when you arrive and you find out, you say, oh, this country sucks. But it's actually the taxi driver who ruined the reputation of that country. And then if the government don't take action against those people, the country they are representing will have face problems to bring foreign investors in. Because they will say, these people there, the mentality is very bad. But, so one taxi driver can spoil the image of a country. And if you go then and then you meet agents because you want to rent a property, and then you sign contracts, and this owner of the property you're renting actually is chasing you to pay, but when you face problems, refuse to solve the problem. That means you have a contract with responsibilities and duties to pay, but or the duty for the tenant is to pay, but there's also responsibility that the tenant can enjoy the premises he's renting and that everything is functioning well. But if the owner of the premises don't care and say, I only want the money, but all the things I have to do for you, I don't care, you do yourself, you pay for it because, you're expat, you have enough money. So and this is all happening to me. And the worst case now is I had 2 cars, used pre-loved cars. I traded in for another car. And then this guy who sold the car is actually 40 years in the business. But what he did is very, I give you the example, and then you judge yourself. So this guy gave me a car, and he said, this car, the owner is from Singapore, and he want to sell it very cheap because, and then if you give your 2 cars so you can sell already, and then when you drive that car, you feel something funny when you brake. And then when you nearly get an accident when you brake because your car starts swinging and you go to a car shop and the car shop says your ABS pump is not working and this car would never be able to go to Puspakom. That means you can only sell a car in Malaysia when the car passed Puspakom brake test. But if you confront the car dealer and he says, this car doesn't need a brake test because it's not a commercial car, and he starts saying all this kind of bullshit stories, then actually I get upset. Yeah, very upset. Because once again, this guy is 40 years in the business. I even set up a Facebook because he has exclusive cars. But if he's so cheap and refuse to do a test and want me to pay for that car, and which is actually a danger to drive, because I could have been killed and I could have killed somebody else. But if being 40 years in the business and don't understand, you cannot let a car with not working brakes go out on the street and maybe the person could get killed or kill somebody else, and don't give a shit about it, and then just say, I want the money and I don't want this problem because I would just want to pass it to you. They call Tai Chi, Then I have to take action and say, I don't accept you, and I will stop you in whatever way I can. Because after being 40 years in this business and doing this, and risking the lives not only of me and other people, I really believe you don't deserve to continue your work. And that's why I go on YouTube now. And that's why I'm saying this. Because you're a disgrace for other car dealers in that street. 40 years you're doing business and still don't get this main thing. And I'm a YouTuber. And I will go live with that. And I'm telling you, I will sue you in court for trying to kill me, for trying to make up stories that you don't need to do the brake test, for trying and not even want to, and saying my car is already sold but you just put it on your son's name, and showing me a paper with an empty brake test and saying that this is not a commercial car and don't need a brake test. This is all bullshit, and it's time somebody stop you, and it's gonna be me. I warn you. I really warn you. You went too far. You nearly killed me, and you nearly killed other people on the street, innocent people, just because of blousy 2,800 ringgit. You bastard.